Any other questions? Okay, with that, we will transition in just a moment to Carl Edwards' regular scheduled Top 12 media. We'll let the panel stay up there, but I also wanted to draw your attention to we have a cake in the back. And I wanted to make sure that on your way out, you have a chance to have a piece of cake. Also, Maddie and the Aflac Duck will be at the track this weekend, including Sunday. So if you want a chance to talk more with Maddie and learn more about the Beads of Courage, the duck doesn't talk a whole lot, but if you wanted to get pictures of Maddie and the duck, both will be available, and just grab one of us in the Aflac shirts, and we'll help you with that. So with that, I will turn it over to NASCAR for the Top 12 media. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Keith. Good job, Maddie. Good job. Thank you for doing this, Sean. Thank you so much. Yeah. Do you guys want to all scoot here? Scoot down. Get a picture. Here, pull your beads out like this. Pull them out. It's funny, I thought you were your dad. His dad is a photographer too. Okay. Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you. Cool. Thank you guys very much. Thanks for being here, man. We're going to have fun this weekend. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Carl,
Thank you.
very
Thanks,
much.
Gene. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Really appreciate it. We're pulling for you. We're going to give it our best. Yes.
Great stuff, you guys. Great stuff. Good job, Mike. Great job.
Hey, see you, man. Thank you. What's up? What's that? No. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't know how we follow that up. We'll go ahead and roll into our media availability now for Carl Edwards after that great announcement with Aflac and Maddie. Fourth in the point standings right now in the chase for the Sprint Cup. Carl Edwards, of course, driver of the number 99 Aflac Ford, and also our 2007 NASCAR Nationwide Series champion. He'll be running in the nationwide race as well ahead of the race Sunday here at Auto Club Speedway. Carl, how about on the Cup side practice today, and how the car looks, and how your feelings are as far as the second race at Auto Club?
Our Aflac Fusion is pretty fast. I believe that that last week was a good test for us. You know, that Kansas racetrack is a lot like the Auto Club Speedway. It's going to be a really hot, slippery race on Sunday. It looks like the temperatures are going to be pretty high. The track temp will be really hot. So hopefully we can get a good qualifying effort in here in the next hour or so, and start up front. And you know, I feel like our team has been marching towards this points lead just little bits at a time. I think this track is an opportunity for us to do that again.
If you've got questions for Carl, go ahead and raise your hand, please. We'll bring you the wireless mic. Give us your name and affiliation before you ask.
Yeah, Steve Post with MRN Radio. Carl, in 2 weeks, go to Martinsville, Virginia. Not historically been a good track, but a couple years ago you had a very, very solid run. Just kind of give us a preview of your efforts and your thoughts getting ready to go to Martinsville in a couple weeks. You
know, the spring race, Matt Kenseth had a chance to win that race, and I think if you ask Matt, he'll tell you that's not a great racetrack for Matt. Our car was pretty fast. We've had, like you said, we've had on and off days there. But I look at that racetrack as one that if we can qualify well and we can run like we've been running, we're going to be good. But it's a bottleneck. I mean, it's a spot in the chase that I'm a little bit nervous about. But you know, we just got to qualify well there. I think that's the thing that's hurt us the most in the past. Once we get out there and running, I always feel like we run okay, but we just got to make a good lap. Thank you.
Carl, Brad Gilley, PRN. A few weeks after Martinsville, you guys come to Texas. Running in both series there, I mean, you've obviously had a lot of success, been in victory lane a few times. What is the difference for you? Are there things you can do in the Nationwide car that you can't do in the Cup car, and do you prefer one or the other on that track?
Texas Motor Speedway is a lot of fun to drive in any car. The Nationwide car there is, I mean, just so hammered down. You know, you're on the throttle so much. It's a different type of race than the Cup race. But I like them both. But they definitely do not carry. There's no carryover, no transfer of information. The Cup race there is is spectacular. The track is very well suited to the Cup cars. You can run different lines. The speeds are extremely high. The track's got a little bit of character the way the transitions work, and there's a couple bumps that make it a fun track to drive. But for me, the biggest thing at Texas is just that crowd. Seeing that many people at a racetrack and that many real race savvy fans. That's a really special place to win.
JP Hornstra, San Bernardino Sun. Focusing on this weekend, I got a Cup question and a nationwide question. First, looking at Cup, you guys are used to driving 500 miles here.
Yeah.
It'll be 400 this time. Talk about how that affects the strategy.
Oh, so this is a 400-mile race? Is that right? Oh, I thought it was a 500-mile race all weekend. Man, glad we covered that. That's going to go quick. The thing is, it's going to be hot, and starting at noon, a 400-mile race here should be over at about 3 o'clock or 3:30 at the latest, I think. It's such a fast racetrack, so that will change things a little bit. I was really looking forward to the 500 miles. I like the grueling aspect of this racetrack, and that long distance race. But I think for the fans, the leader, the cars are going to be, things are going to shake out. The fastest car will probably be leading by the 400th mile. So, if that's what, if that makes it a more exciting race, then that's good.
We'll find out, right?
Yeah.
Looking at nationwide, last year you were coming in, I think, 245 points back of Kyle. It was last year. This year, also in second place, but a little bit farther back of Brad. Is it the same approach though? Or going all out,
right.
Maybe gambling a little bit?
Right. Our nationwide program, we've just got to go out there and learn the most we can and take the most risk we can to try to win races. But really, it's about building for next year. I've committed to running full time next year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to race for the championship or not, but we'll keep our own score if we can't. And we just want to go out and be the best we can for next season. And so that's what we're really focusing on right now. There's a lot of changes coming in the nationwide series, and I think that what we do now is we just focus on building towards that because Brad has been doing a great job this year. They've got a really big lead and they've earned it. And unless something major happens, I think that that they're going to be able to keep that lead. So we just got to just go for it, I guess.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. There have been a lot of discussions on the nationwide, changes for next season. What have you heard? And having been on both sides of the fence, what do you think would be a good solution?
I don't know how many guys from the Cup Series are planning on running full time. I think it might just be me. But hopefully Brad would run again. It'd be great if Kyle would run. I mean, it's fun to be able to race with those guys. For points, that's fun. I think what NASCAR is trying to do is they're trying to, give an opportunity for the nationwide, make an opportunity for the nationwide series to be more of a development series. I think by eliminating the ability for a guy like myself to run for the championship, I don't think that changes the face of the average nationwide race. I mean, Kyle Busch has won, I guess, 11 races this year. And he's not racing for the championship. There's nothing that would keep him from doing the same thing again next year, or our team, winning 11 races next year, whether or not I was racing for the championship. The only thing it does hurt is teams' abilities like ours to go out and get sponsorship to run for the championship. I mean, that's an important thing to Copart and Fastenal is for us to be able to have an opportunity to do that. So I hope that, and I know they're looking at it from all different angles, and I'm glad they're doing that. They're not making a rash choice, and hopefully they come up with the right decision. But I don't know what it is yet. No one's told me. So.
Wolfgang Munzer from German Rennsport Press Agency. 2 questions. Number 1, you said earlier that you're expecting it very hot for this race here. That means, I suppose, you don't have any competition advantage when you raced here earlier. You have a totally different setup.
Excuse me?
You have a totally different setup for this race than earlier in the year.
Right, yeah. It is a little bit different, because the track will be slicker. The times will fall off more. It'll be a different race. So, yeah, the car has to be set up differently.
And the second question, I think in Atlanta you told me you will go over, make the trip to Germany
to
race the Race of Champions. Do you know already what kind of car race and have a possibility to test?
No, Jim Hancock from the United States team here is here, and we haven't had a chance to talk about everything yet. But he's here. And I don't know if he's in the room here, but he can definitely talk to you at the hauler. But Travis Pastrana is committed to going. I'm committed to going, and it's in that big soccer stadium. And I haven't seen the type of cars that we're going to race yet, so we're going to go there and get all the practice we can. Try to beat up on those Germans, the best we can, but they're pretty fast.
Any other
It's the best
questions
I
for
can come up
Carl?
with. There's only one German in the room, they give us a pretty hard time over there too.
Brian Nelson, Motor Racing Network. Carl, could you talk a little bit more? You just alluded to it briefly earlier about why the longer race works better for you and why you might have been disappointed with cutting 100 miles off.
I work really hard to be as fit as I can be. My trainer, Dean Golich from Carmichael Training Systems, we work really hard at being prepared for these long races. And I can't believe I didn't know this was a 400-mile race. But this racetrack, it just seems like one of the hottest racetracks we go to sometimes. There's it's when the sun's out here, there's no escaping the heat. So I feel that those long races like that play into my strengths physically. And then I feel it from a handling standpoint and the way the car drives. I think the hotter and slicker it is, the more it suits me and our team as well. Because I grew up racing at dirt tracks, and I really like that when the car moves around a lot. I really enjoy that.
Other questions for Carl? All right, Carl. Thanks for your time. We appreciate
All right.
it.
Thanks a lot, guys. Oh, I got claps. Thank you.